How you doing? How's it going over there? It's doing good here. I'd like to share the first time I almost died. Um, I believe I was maybe one and a half, and I remember doing it too. It was over at my grandmother's. I was living at the time, over in St. Anne, on St. Marguerite, 3653. Um, See, my mom and dad, or my stepdad, I don't know too much about my real dad, but I did meet him, and that's another story. I may even share this after this one. I think I will. But I don't like to plan things. I just let it flow freely from my heart. So I was one and a half around that time, and like I said, my mom and stepdad they like to party and do drugs, and when you party and you do drugs, you have the tendency to only focus on yourself. And they were in the basement and always playing music and that. And I'll also talk about that. The times that kept me alive and kept me when I was always alone. I heard the music that they were playing. So that's another story, of course. But they were downstairs. It was in the daytime, and my mom, she had her purse opened, and you know how kids are. They're very curious. They get into everything, and if you're not paying attention to them, they can, you know, take something that isn't good and could die. And that's what I did. I went in my mom's purse, and I thought it was a piece of candy, uh, and it was actually a Quaalude or a Lude. I think it was a Quaalude. It could be a Lude, but the point is, they don't make them anymore, pharmaceutical companies, because it's a controlled substance, and they took it off the market because it's very, very bad for the body and for the mind and for everything. So I took this pill, and I remember taking it, like I said, and I don't remember this part, but my mom, when she came upstairs, and it took time for it to, kick in, because drugs do that. It takes a little time, unless you break it. If you break a pill and you swallow it that way, it gets into the bloodstream much faster. So, but this wasn't broken; it was a whole pill, and I don't know if I ate it or if I was swallowing it or if I chewed it up. I may have chewed it up, but because I thought it was a piece of candy. So that's probably right. I probably just chewed it up. So it probably did kick in faster than if you would have took it whole. So, but the point is, my mom came upstairs, and she looked at me very strange and weird. And all of a sudden, my face just turned blue. Because what happened was I was losing oxygen in my brain. I mean, for a little small little child, little guy taking a pill like that, I mean, that's death. And all of a sudden, I just start going like this, she said, and then I just fell backwards. And I stopped breathing, and, they rushed me to the hospital in DePaul in Bridgeton, or at DePaul in Bridgeton. That's what it's called, the hospital, DePaul. And they had to use them electric devices. I'm not really for sure the name for them, but the put it on your chest, and that's what revived me, and that's the first time I died. Or that's actually the only time I died in this life that I'm living now. I mean, there's many times I could have died, but that was actually death. I actually went to the other side. I don't remember experiencing the other side, but the point is I died and they revived me, and that is this story.